Well, guys, when you glimpse at the grand scheme of college football, it's clear this Week 6 game at 25th-ranked Texas A&M is critical for the trajectory of 9th-ranked Mizzou's SEC championship and 12-team playoff hopes. More than anything, though, this is a prove-it game for head coach Eli Drinkwitz and company. After narrowly escaping Vanderbilt in double OT in their last time out, the Tigers are ready to show a national audience if they are a serious contender. But achieving that feat requires Mizzou to pass its first real top 25 test of the season in a venue not named Memorial Stadium. That's right, Mizzou is in enemy territory for the first time this year, facing the 12th man in Aggie land. No love lost between these two teams, guys. Get this, Texas A&M left Theo Weiss Jr. a blanket at the team hotel, implying he should expect blanket coverage. He wore it to Kyle Field today. Unfortunately, though, Texas A&M did back up the trash talk. First play of the game, though, things did look promising. Brady Cook hits Luther Burden for a 27-yard chunk play. Nice job there, but MU only posted 52 yards of offense after that in the first half. The Aggies wreaked havoc. Scooby Williams wrestling down Cook for a third down stop. Mizzou failed to convert a fourth down the next play. Then the Aggies absolutely exposed Mizzou's defense. Missed tackles were a big problem today. Noah Thomas slips multiple tackles on his way to a 29-yard gain. Texas A&M led 10-zip after this drive. That lead eventually swelled to 24-0 by halftime. Amari Daniels punches this one in from 1 yard out. The Aggies had 5 first-half possessions and scored on all but one of them. Meanwhile, Brady Cook was running for his dear life all day long. No one's open, and Rodis Johnson rumbles into the backfield for a sack. Cook got sacked 6 times today, and it took nearly 40 minutes of game time for MU to finally respond. Trailing 34-0, Nate Noel sparking some life into this offense, shedding tackle after tackle for a 15-yard pickup. 3 plays later, the Tigers, Houston, we have offense, finally putting points on the board. Cook running for his life again, fires on the run to Theo Weiss Jr., and he finally loses the blanket, taking that catch to the crib for a 59-yard score. That made it a 27-point ball game, but it was far from enough, guys. Le'Veon Moss takes the handoff and is going to go up the sideline 18 yards for a house call, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. Mizzou is perfect no more as the Tigers get gigged in Aggie land. MU falls to 4-1 in the year following a 41-10 loss to Texas A&M today. The difference in total yards says it all. Mizzou got outgained 512 to 254 this afternoon. ABC 17's Kyle Helms was in College Station and has reaction from the team.
Let's face it, Mizzou had been living dangerously over the last few weeks. Narrow wins, red zone struggles, missed tackles, and all of that and more came back to haunt the Tigers on Saturday in Aggieland. Now, MU may have fell victim to the 12th man here in College Station, but how the Tigers will respond to this loss will determine what else is in store for 2024.
You got one or two choices. You know, you can fall apart or you can dig deep and find resolve to get better. The season really starts today, and how we respond will determine what kind of football season we're going to have. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this is one loss, and it's a tough loss because you're embarrassed by the performance. I'm embarrassed by the performance, but it's just that. It's one game, and there's a whole heck of a lot of football left. And it's going to be up to us to either seek comfort in placing blame or have resolve to get it fixed.
Just being in the hole and digging out like that, I mean, it's difficult because you got a lot of players that everybody wants to win. I mean, if you wouldn't be playing football if you didn't want to win. So just being able to go out there and just try to pick everybody's heads up and just encourage them, like it's not over.
We're going to have to get on the plane, get home, figure out this game tomorrow, put it to bed on Monday, and then focus on the next opponent, which is UMass. You know, all the future stuff, like not worried about any of that right now.
The response is what matters now. We'll find out if Mizzou can get back on track next Saturday at UMass. But for now, reporting from Kyle Field, Kyle Helms, ABC 17 Sports.
Well, a brutal loss out in Aggie Lane. You can find the full post-game press conferences with Coach Drinkwitz and players on our website, abc17news.com.